The reason I'm gonna link Western States is because last year I decided to channel all of that noise and all of that bullshit from people who don't know me. And I decided that, you know what? That's gonna be a superpower too. Welcome to Boulder. We're actually on trails today. First episode we've done where things have melted out. We've had beautiful weather in the last week, and so I'm so excited to show you one of the best kept secrets in the entire Colorado area, maybe in the entire world. Some of the most beautiful trails in the world, and I think a lot of today is going to be a reflection on that beauty. I can't wait for some of the shots you're going to see. But from a training perspective, we're working under a bit of fatigue right now. Last week was the week after episode 4 that you saw. And so when we filmed episode 4, it was this hill workout where I went to the depths of hell. Like, it was really dark places to get through. But I came out of that a different athlete than when I started it. But part of the downside of coming out being a different athlete is that my muscles got ripped to shreds. It was a week until I was able to run outside normally again due to hamstrings delayed onset muscle soreness, which is unique for me. And so last week was the week after that. And I was able to lay down one of the best training weeks I've ever had. And so things are coming together well now. And where we're at in the training cycle is it's time to start putting the speed we've built, the power we built with the hills, all together onto some real serious trails. So you're going to start to see some technicality, some steepness, up to 30 or 40% grade at the top today. And it's essentially going to prime my nervous system to handle this type of terrain, while at the same time making sure that speed and power can translate directly to these types of trails. So it's going to be a doozy. And the workout specifically is called the Hill Beast. This is one that maybe we're infamous for. Usually the way we like to structure it is it's anywhere from 10 to 24 days out from a major race. I'm currently 22 days out from the Big Ultra 50K, my first race of the year. And so it's time to get to work. First, unfortunately, I have some bad news. I'm playing injured today. You're probably seeing it. My nose has a nose strip wound. That's a little bit of blood because I've worn this nose strip so much and it's been so dry that it's cut up my nose a little bit. So the things we do for love. Yeah, gonna put it on. I don't know if I talked about this on a video before, but 2 reasons I love the nose strip. One, just the feel of more ease of getting air through your nose is great. I have a deviated septum. I actually fell in a trail race and shattered my nose. So that probably plays a big role for me. If you feel like you can't really breathe readily through your nose, it helps. But number 2 is when I'm taking gels or drink, you need to breathe through your nose. And if you're like slurping or something with a gel, the nose strip, at least for me, helps me do it more readily. So love the nose strip. Hopefully I don't rip off all the skin on my nose. I'll still wear it. Even if I do that, I'll just be putting it directly onto the bone. All right, we haven't done our warm-up yet, but when we're ready, this is where we're gonna start. Go all the way up to that ridge line, and then all the way up to the little summit on the first interval. It's very daunting. You know what that means. Precision 100 milligram caffeine gel. Before this feels impossible. After, I'll at least be able to start. Okay, so the workout today is 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute hills. The Hill Beast workout. Afterwards, we have the option to do 2 by mile on the road. We're going to see how things shape up because that is a lot. And yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple big obstacles today that I'm really coming to grips with. Number 1 is I haven't done any trails like this for 6 months, something like that. So it's going to be unique stress. Number 2 is the risk of ankle sprains because of that. Just getting back into it. I do a lot of ankle stability and mobility and tape my ankles and do all that, but it's still a risk. And as always, before we do that, pick up our ankle tape and do a little ankle weight joggy jog. Just for 2 minutes, just so I feel a little better. We go out this way. And I will see you soon on my warm-up. Love you guys. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. We're not done. I'll see you up there. Cody, you're amazing. Show him that. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. I've always dreamed of doing this since 3 seconds ago. Science and Sport Beta Fuel Gel. This is your kingdom to look down upon and rule. It's like Simba. This is an ad for high carb fueling and the feed. Science Sport Beta Fuel. Slurped. Let's do our test. Oh man, I missed a lot today. That's for the marmots. All right, I'm gonna head down here, add an extra hill interval because it's so beautiful and I need to get to the other side of the mountain real quick. And then we'll finish the thing. That one went, I felt horrible at the start. And then as it went, felt better. So, okay. It was also like 13 minutes because you know how I do. All right. Okay. So cool to get to explore places like this. That's steep. Okay. 6 minutes. I stashed this earlier. Look at this. What a good reminder. Love nature. Love our bodies too, you know? We're taking this down with us. As an offering, we'll paint it with some love on it. Back down the other way. As we're filming this, we are 22 days away from the big Ulta 50K, which is my first race of the season. Like a bag of crap, but in a great way.
in a way that's the point. Embrace it. I've extended everyone for those guys out there. And I'm sure it's mostly guys. No, not all. Okay, now we just got the fun part.
Yes, I'm putting all of this weight on Western States in terms of the video, but it's weightless to me in terms of my future and the pressure on myself and my mental health. Because for me, if right now you gave me two options, I could go through one door and I get to go line up at Western States and I know I win and I know I set a course record and all of the glory that comes with it, glory in quotation marks because it's ultra running. But you told me that I could not train between now and then. I could not show up. I would just have to show up at Western States and be guaranteed this finish. Or door two, where I get to train my ass off and get to wear my heart on my sleeve and go through all these emotions and go through all the ups and downs and the pain and the struggle and the aching legs. Like my legs are literally vibrating with pain right now from those downhills. But I knew I would have to go through all that to line up at Western States and DNF, so not finish the race, or DNS because of injury. I would take door two every single time. Whatever result comes of it, it's all about the ability to show up and go through all those things and learn whatever there is to learn, you know? The pain, the struggle, the doubt, the mental health worries, all of that, it's all just a way for the process itself to unfold and for us to fan the flames of the characters that, and of our character that we want to express in the world.
That's a lot of climbing. Oh, gel. So a big reflection I had on climbing is just what I learned when I was young. And I always thought I was a terrible climber. It's kind of a theme, right? Like that I doubted myself for long and needed to harness that. But as you just lean forward into the climb, I always like to think about mimicking the percent grade with my lean. So if you're on a 20 or 30% grade, you feel like you're leaning forward pretty far though. It's mostly from the ankles rather than the waist. And if in a shallower grade, you just lean forward a bit. But if you lean forward, take all the tension out of your body and just put one foot in front of the other, it can be hyper efficient to jog even if it feels the same as hiking. We call it the granny gear, which is named for the smallest gear on your bike, the gear that you have for going up the steepest grades. In running, you can click into that gear too. Just click it all the way to the side and just go up nice and controlled. And if you can run just one more step, 5 more steps, 10 more steps, even if it feels like it's the same pace as hiking, over time, you'll be able to run more and more of that. You'll get more specific adaptations and your climbing will improve. And also, the name granny gear, that comes from cycling, but much love and respect to grannies. My mom, Grandma Roche, total freaking beast. And we say that then granny gear is power, which is why it's named Granny. So yeah, the hills are done. And pound this gel, slurping in nature. Majesty of these pine trees. all past the pallet. I'm getting way worse at... nope. Oh, man. I feel like eventually I'll get better at this, but I'm going to toothpaste tube this one, as someone said on YouTube, because can't let any of this go to waste. My quads need it. All right, let's go down and do a little bit more. Take it to Killian. That was a day. So 4:45 pace or so there, coming back down. I'm gonna be so sore for so long from those downhills. Yeah, that was tough. You know, I think I'm probably gonna be sore for about 5 days from that downhill, but I'm getting hardened for the summer. And God bless the struggle. And I'm gonna wear that part on my sleeve too. Just like crossing the finish lines, hard hands. You know, I know that I channeled some different emotions on that one, and expressed them in a way I never would have done before, because, you know, I know that's not, you know, fully positive to everyone, but like, you know, we all contain all of those things within us, like everything, every emotion, and it's okay to fan the flames of the ones that bring out the best in you when you're out there running. So I did that. Now we're back to hard hands. Put them up one time, particularly for the haters. Still thinking of Killian. I'm carrying heart rocks down mountains, barely staying upright. He just flies. Ah! Ah! Ah!